Hey guys, welcome back to The Reach. Today I'm doing something a little different. Usually I stick to comic books or pops, but I recently got something in the mail and I wanted to share it with you. If you're a fan of fiction, I've got some stuff from Larry Correia and the Monster Hunter Internationals, and I've got some stuff from the Kingkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. And there's some collector coins that I picked up online from a particular company, and that's what I'll get into. So stay tuned. Okay, guys. So, like I was saying, this is that company, Shire Post Mint. I think their email address, or I'm sorry, their web address is shirepost.com. And you'll find all kinds of, if you like fantasy stuff, you'll find all kinds of things on there. They have things from Lord of the Rings, they have some pirate kind of stuff, Pieces of Eight, I think you can break down. What are some other Game of Thrones, The Hobbit, and in this case, the one I got is from the book The Kingkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss, and they have the two coins that I could see. I didn't see anything else on there, but that's what I was interested in. I kind of like getting these things sometime. So when you order from them, this is what you get. You get this envelope. This comes inside an envelope too. And this has this stamp. It looks like wax, but it feels like it's some kind of rubber because it bends. I've had wax on there before, and you can snap wax. But anyway, in this one, I don't know if you can see that very well, but this is an imprint of the coin, one of the coins, the King Phaedra coin that I have in here, which I'll take out in a second. I got two coins. So anyway, here's the, what's that say? Dead Letter Office, and so, which is pretty cool. Then you open it up, and there's all their, if you want to check out their things, there's their Instagram, Facebook, and I think that's just their shirepost.com. That's just their email address. So you open this up, and then there's a thing on here. And so I've already opened these, obviously, because I wanted to look at them, and they have that same wax on there. But I'll get to the coins in a second. Here it says Shire Post Mint. Authentic fantasy coins. Shire Post Mint is a small family-run coining mint located in Arkansas. We make our coins from solid metals like copper, iron, and silver. Our designs are hand engraved into steel, hardened, and struck into our chosen metal. We have a variety of finishing techniques to make each piece feel ancient. We hope you love these coins. Shire Post Mint Team. So that's what these came in. They actually came in little baggies, each of these, and like I said, these are the ones from the Kingkiller Chronicles that I like. A fantastic book if you haven't read it, and like I said, I think that's the do I have that upside down? No, I think that's right. Anyway, we'll open this up. So your coin comes in here, and it's wrapped up, which is even neater, and they give you all this information in here. So this is King Phaedra's penny. The coin was struck after Phaedra died and is thinner than the coin struck when he was alive. The penny is scored in such a way that it can be bent and broken in two, resulting into two vintage half pennies. If you break the penny, make the change, it is only polite to offer the party the choice of which half they want. And so here you got an image of what the coin is on both sides, and I'm assuming this is Phaedra, and this sounds like a bunch of stuff. If you've read the Kingkiller Chronicles, things that's going to come out in The Doors of Stone, this third book that we've all been anxious to come out. And then here's some information on it. It's solid copper, it's 12 grams, pressed use is the Mario Diamo 500 ton, I think. Anyway, so, and there's a bunch more information. There's some stuff down here on Shire Post Mint, and then it says, as king in life, Phaedra is shown in chainmail flanked by soldiers. Below the sun, he holds a map and downward pointing sword. As king in death, the Barodrog, wizard King Phaedra holds an upward pointing sword and a branch of hemlock. Behind him are greystones and a crescent moon. Phaedra Calanthus was posthumously declared the first king of Tarventus. So if you take it out, the coin is obviously located here. I'll take it out. And these little things like this add a super cool touch to this. Instead of just getting, some coins in the mail, they provide all this information. I'm sure it's been approved by Rothfuss and stuff. So the coin itself, hold it up here, if I get it right, so here is the scored breaking point, if you wanted it. The tree itself is kind of interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be Cathay, or if that's just you know, another symbolized. But you could probably break this fairly easy. And then on the back here is that information that they were giving. There's the I'm assuming this is the king in life here with the sword pointing down, and then there's the king in death, and he's the borrow king, or the borrow king, or whatever you call that, and the sun, or the sword is pointed upwards, and it looks like we got some hemlock here in the moon. So there's the moon and the sun, and then the dead half of the tree, or the sleeping fall half of the tree, and the alive half. I wonder if those coincide. So yep, the dead half, or the sleeping half, or if you want to call that, of the tree coincide with the dead half of the tree, or the sleeping side of the tree, and vice versa with the living king and the living tree. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. Again, it's I think a Ventus halfpenny is what it's called, or a vintage penny that you can turn into a halfpenny. There's some of the information there. 2 halfpennies are 1 penny, 2.5 pennies are a bit, 2 bits equal 1 quarter bit, 4 quarter bits equal a round, 10 rounds equal 1 royal, 10 bits equal 1 halved, 2 halves equal 1 noble, 5 halves equal 1 real, and 5 reals equal 1 5-real piece. And I don't think Kvothe got any of those. I think he got a reel, maybe, when he finds the, again, not to give the story away, but I assume if you're watching this, you've read it. He finds the king's box, and I think, is there some reels in there, I think, which kind of sets him up for a while. So anyway, there's the vintage penny, which is cool, with the stamp and all that. And that's the first one I got. And here is the second one. This is a iron drab. I can't see if you can see. That's just the mark. They use the coin themselves, like I said, to mark whatever this rubber is that they seal it with. So. And again, you open it up. Same kind of deal. It says an iron drab is a heavy trapezoid-shaped coin that is made from pure iron and comes from the Sealed, a country in the northwest of the Four Corners of Civilization. The Sealdom were the first to establish a standardized currency, and in the present day, Sealdist currency can be used throughout the Four Corners. We presume that the earliest money was made literally by sawing slices of ingots of metal. In more recent times, they are no longer made this way, but retain the same shape through custom and tradition. It features a simple stamp of a mountain and a lake, and a symbol of, which is the symbol of Sealed, I guess. Willem, one of Kvothe's friends and the student at the university, is Sealdish. And then here up here, it tells you what it's made of. It's iron. It's 31.7 grams. And it's the Waterbury Knuckle 100-ton, 10-ton press. I don't know, whatever that means. Probably the force it uses to come down. And here they give you a bit of the information of 10 iron drabs equals 1 copper jot, and 100 iron drabs equals 1 silver talent, and 100 iron drabs equals 1 gold mark. Maybe it was the mark that was in the chest. Somebody can correct me if it's that important. Anyway, this is what I wish. I wish they would make a talent, because that's what he talks about having to pay with a lot of times in the university, and the loans he has to take from Devi are often talent. So if they made one more coin, I wish they would make the Sealdish talent. Anyway, take it out here, and this is a heavy sucker. This, if I put that in front of you to help see it, it's little. Obviously, my thumb, and I'm a full-grown man, but it's not a whole lot larger than the end of my thumb, maybe a little bit. And if that camera will get that, it just kind of looks like I said, a mountain and maybe a lake around it. And it is thick. I mean, that's as thick as, probably three quarters would be my guess. There's nothing on the back, so just a trapezoid-shaped piece of metal, So. That's pretty cool. It's heavy. This sucker is definitely iron. I mean, it's it's a solid chunk of metal. If you chucked this, it would hurt. This weighs probably more than any coin I can think of. Maybe a 50-cent piece, maybe even more than that. But so anyway, that's the the iron drab, and the sealed. I think that's all the information on there. Again, the same information down here that was on the other one. But again, also, you know, just to reinstate, these little things like this make these kind of things awesome to get. You know, you buy them because you're a fan of the series, and then when a company puts that kind of effort into it, it's extra cool. Anyway, so those are the two. Oh, whoops! Let me tell you right on the back here. Those are the two coins that the Shire Post make from the Kingkiller Chronicles, or at least up to this date that I could find. Like I said, I would recommend going there and checking it out. Everything is reasonably priced, about what you'd expect, anywhere from, you know, $5 for something. I think you could get Robb Stark's half dragon brass coin for $5, and then I think if it's actually stamped into silver, which I think they do, you can go up to like $20 and $50 depending on you know, what you're buying, jewelry or a necklace or a coin, and what the coin is made of. But these, like I said, this was from the Kingkiller Chronicles. This was King Fadia Penny and the iron drab of the sealed. So awesome. I recommend getting your own if you like it. And a couple more I had. I kind of spaced these off and I ran over and got them, but while I was filming this, I figured I'd show these. These are, if you're a fan of the MHI, the Monster Hunter International books by Larry Correia. These were coins. I got these probably about 10 years ago. They were part of a Kickstarter thing, and each of them is just a part of the book. So if you're familiar with the book, you'll be familiar with, or the series, you'd be familiar with the coins. But this one is just, these are those collector coins. They're really thick. They're heavy. They're a nice weight. I can't remember who made these. They were for a limited time on Kickstarter, and at the time I could only afford 2. I think there were like 5 to 6. They may even been 10. But these are just the 2 I liked the most. There was a bunch of others. I think there's a dragon one, and anyway, you can look them up, I'm sure, if you want to know more information. But this is just the standard MHI one, this collector coin or military trading coin or whatever these are based off of, and it just has MHI, the year they founded, Shackleford founded that. So it says, evil looms, cowboy up, kill it and get paid, I think. And then I think they have the individual, yeah, it looks like this is 1044 of how many, I don't know. But and the back is just cleverishly the exact back of the front. So just that MHI double face, or whatever that's supposed to be. And then the back's just the same thing, the mirror. And then I had one more when I was doing a coin video, so it's kind of out of a little different what I do. And this is, if you've read the books, and like this is the orc tribe that lives with them. And this says, it's good to be chief, and it says tribe harbinger. Harbinger is what they're trying to say, but they speak in Orcish, and so you can barely understand what they're saying. I think most of the time it's probably a hard language to speak. This looks like it's number 447. Is that what it is? Of who knows how many. And then the back, this is why I got this one. There was a scene in, I can't remember what book it is. The one where they're in Vegas with the dragon and the anyway, you know what I'm talking about if you've read the books. And the chopper is going down. Each orc possesses a gift, and one of them is Skippy. Is Skippy the pilot, I think? Anyway, I think Skippy's the pilot is what they call him, and I can't remember which one fights really well. It's been a few years since I've read them, but their helicopter takes some kind of damage or something, and so they make some little prayer and they throw a chicken up into the blades, and I think Owen is on there with them at the time, and he's like, what are these crazy orcs doing? And anyway, it seems to stabilize the helicopter, so I guess this is them sacrificing the chicken. So it says, fly into the light, little chicken. I'm pretty sure it's what, yeah, fly into the light, little chicken. So, and then you can see those, the dusting of feathers as they've chucked the chicken out of the moving helicopter up into the rotors to sacrifice it so that the helicopter wouldn't crash, if I remember the story right. So anyway, there's just a couple of those. If you have more interest in them, there's more. I'm sure you can go just, MHI collector coins or something. Those were the only 2 I could afford, back in my college days. Well, probably 10 years ago, but that's those 2. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. That was the extent of what I had. I just wanted to share that Shire Post Mint collecting this one, the one that I just got, and I thought while I was at it, I would throw those two in there. But like I said, I highly recommend going in those. If you're a Kingkiller Chronicle fan, that's really fun. So hope you enjoy. Hope you check them out. Give them a little business. It's worth it. Keep the geek stuff going. So have a good day, guys. Thanks for checking in.